So do you ever wake up and feel like today's just not the day? That's how today is, but I'm still showing up, I'm still trying to be consistent, and I'm still just trying to pour into my audience, into you guys, because I truly care about you all. I truly care about business, and I truly care about what you're doing. I woke up today, had just a really bad morning. Not like, I woke up late or whatever the case is, like, just everything's going wrong. But that is not what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about failing. And it's an unpopular word, it's an unpopular idea. But if I would have learned this, when I first started out, I would be I'd be way further ahead, because I started about, pretty much a decade ago in this entrepreneurship journey. And I just feel like if I would have learned about failure and about how to fail faster, and the reason why failing faster is the way to go, and all those different things, I just feel like I'd be so much more ahead. So in this video today, we're going to talk about failing as fast as you possibly can, not slow, and just looking at that F word, right? Failure, differently. So I learned this idea of fail as fast as you can about 3-4 years ago now. And again, I wish I would have learned this when I first started, because the faster you fail, the more you fail, the more failures you get underneath your belt, the more data you're collecting, okay? And the reason why I say that is because essentially, if you do something one way, you know what I mean, and then you run against a brick wall, well, you have to shift, right? And every time you shift, every time you fail, every time you have to push through this failure, it is one step closer, and it's actually essentially building you up. And the whole idea is the faster you adjust, the faster you're gonna grow, and the faster you're gonna be able to handle that thing the next time it happens. So the faster you can collect that data, right, of failing, right, you're gonna essentially get to that specific area, that specific spot in your life, in your business, and go, I can handle that. So I remember just constantly running into issues when I used to own the Den, which was a music venue in my own town, all ages music venue. And I remember always running into this random issue with, people sneaking in alcohol, or this random issue of bands not liking the payouts, or this random issue about this person upset about this or upset about that. So we run into these many failures throughout the whole entire day, but we don't look at them as failures. We just look at them as like whatevers, right? But when we have the big mess ups, or the big whatevers, the day ruiners, right? That's when we go, man, we suck, we failed, I can't believe that. Joe Schmo, who I look up to, who is freaking so dope at this business thing or whatever, who owns this thing or who's ahead of me, he never fails, whatever. We make up all this stuff in our head. And so those mini failures and then those big failures are so important in your business journey, because you're learning, right? And so I always say this thing, essentially, like, the reason why we buy books, or the reason why we get on YouTube and we watch videos or courses, or we hire coaches like myself, is because we want to learn from their failures. Like, no joke, I am going to go consult for another music venue that's supposedly going to open on Monday, or not opening on Monday, but I'm gonna go have a meeting with them and consult with them on Monday. But they're essentially are hiring me because they want to bypass all of the hardships that I had with the city, or they want to bypass all the hardships that I had with, dealing with ticketing, or, payouts, or contracts with bands, and all these things. And it's freaking smart. So I've done that a couple different times too, where, hey, I pay this person to gain knowledge so I don't have to learn it for 3 to 4 to 5 years. So if you can fail faster, or pay someone who has failed faster, so you can now learn from them, you will now push your business extremely far forward, essentially. And so with the F word, with the fail word, right? A lot of people want to play it safe. And so this is one thing that I have never done. I've never played it safe. I've always taken probably too much risk in my life, too much risk with having young kids and a family and a wife and, a crazy mortgage and whatever the case is. But playing it safe actually doesn't protect you. Playing it safe really just holds you down, because you're not pushing the limits where you're failing, where you're taking risk, where you're learning from those fails, because guess what? You're still going up, but you essentially, if you're playing it safe, you're now holding yourself down. So don't play it safe, right? push through that, wall, that ceiling, and go around it, whatever the case is, and continue to just do those micro fails and even those big fails and continue just to move forward, because that is what will push your business forward. So have you ever heard the saying of like, if you just do it long enough, you'll succeed? And that's all they're talking about, is it's a race, it's a game. Whoever plays the game long enough will win. So if let's just say you are in the pedal world, so guitar pedals, right? Let's just say that you have a couple different competitors. Well, the more years that you innovate, the more years that you push forward, the more years that you fight through all these different failures and things like that, the longer that you will last, the more successful that you will be, and the more that those competitions will actually start to fizzle away. Because the longer you play the game, the longer you will last, the more profitable you'll be, and so on, because you're continuing to fail through, or you're continuing to win through those failures. Another form of actually playing it safe, and I am extremely guilty of this one, is perfectionism, okay? So I love perfecting things, and I love not releasing something until it's perfect. Like, for instance, this YouTube video, right? I am trying to not make this thing perfect. I am not gonna cut out the ums and the uhs and the mess up words and whatever. And normally, back in the day, I would cut out everything and I'd put B-roll over it, and I would be just, just super self-conscious about all that stuff, right? I would cut that out, what I just did, this whole thing, like I would just cut that out. So I love perfectionism, but the easiest way to kill essentially learning crazy fast is to add perfectionism into the game. So that is another reason, another way of playing it safe, is actually perfectionism. So the faster that you can, I have my notes right here, the faster that you can essentially expose that stuff, expose, the perfectionism, right? You're going to fail, and then you're going to learn faster. So I am learning to be a better speaker. I am learning to try and remember my notes better, right? And the more that I fail, the more that I will learn, the faster that I'll learn, and the faster I'll move forward. And this is actually my favorite bullet point that I have so far, okay? Because it's me to a T, right? So the people winning aren't smarter, they're just willing to look dumb longer. It's the freaking truth. Every person that I know that's successful, and even people that I don't know that are online that I'm like, yeah, that person is definitely successful, is they went out and did dumb things. They look stupid, right? They're interviewing people on the street, or they're starting this business when everyone's like, you're an idiot. The more that you look dumb, right, the faster you will win. Again, I hate repeating myself, but this video is all about failure. It's very simple, okay? The faster you fail, the faster you will succeed, right? The faster you look dumb and you try stupid things and you try and push your business this way, and then you fail with that, and then you shift because you know that won't work, the faster you can do that, the faster you will succeed in your business. And I love it. Again, I found this out, 3 to 4 years ago, and it has blown my mind. And I have tried to stop perfectionism, and I have tried to stop all these things and stop looking stupid and whatever, and just turn on the camera, or go, call this person, or, do this meeting. And those 3 things, right? Those things that I just went, okay, I'm just gonna do this, have pushed my business extremely far forward. And I highly recommend you guys take the idea of essentially fail as fast as you possibly can. So release something today. Release a piece of content on your phone or on your camera, whatever the case is. See how it does. If it does well, awesome. If it doesn't do well, just reevaluate. It's no big deal. Okay, so to wrap up this video, you don't lose when you fail. You lose when you stop moving. Okay, let that sink in for like 3-ish seconds, right? You don't lose when you fail. You lose when you stop moving. So as soon as you go, okay, I give up. As soon as you say, okay, I just can't do this anymore. As soon as you say, this is not worth it anymore, that's when you lose, okay? When you're failing, right? When you're working through those issues, through those problems, when you're failing fast, you're not actually failing, right? You're not losing. You're winning because you're a problem solver. You're training yourself to be a problem solver. So the faster you can fail, the faster you will win, and the faster you will succeed. So continue to fail. Continue to change your mindset. Continue to just push forward through this business, and just build fast, break it even faster, adjust, and you will win. So that's pretty much it, folks. So if you like this video, comment, subscribe, do all those things, and just love you a lot. And dorks out.